Hey guys. So sorry for the suspense. Just waiting for my wife to get back. I was looking after my daughter and one of the other children my wife looks after. So I'll wait a couple seconds here. So the positive thing is my office right now is super warm, probably. But I want to stay outside for a couple seconds. I'll start it up. So it's really cold today. I think it's like minus 30 right now. I'll have to double check with the car. I don't know how correct that is, but well, the car says minus 15, but it feels a lot colder. Maybe it's with the wind chill. So today's topic is all about giving back. So at this time of year, a lot of us forget that the whole idea behind Christmas is to give and not receive. This Christmas we're going all for the kids because we want to just take in the time with our family as much as possible and not necessarily rely on what we're going to get this year or who's going to give you this or that. So I'm standing outside and freezing a little bit because I want to make a point of there's a lot of people in this world that don't have anything, that are outside all the time, and it's really unfortunate that they're in that situation, but some people have different reasons for that. So I'm standing outside right now. It's really, really cold. I want to just be outside in the cold just so I can appreciate and be super grateful for my being able to be inside where it's nice and warm. I seen a post in the GPM group this morning. It's all about, So I seen a post this morning on the GPM group that they're having their third annual clothing drive, and it's in Vancouver. And unfortunately, I'm in Calgary, so I'm unable to make it to the clothing drive. I since made a goal to make it to next year's clothing drive, but me and my wife give as much as we can this time of year. Through my daughter's school, they have a program where you can give jackets and food and stuff like that for the food bank, so we can give back. And I wanted my GoLive today about the Christmas time and how a lot of people, Cameron, Callie, thanks for joining. I want today's GoLive to be super conscious on giving back. And it's not about going to Timmy's and paying it forward. It's about giving back to the people who actually don't have anything. And a lot of us do have a little bit more than we need at times. Some of us don't have anything right now, but if you can just give back a little bit, I want to put out there that because I can't make it to Vancouver for their clothing drive, I want you guys to go out of your way to maybe bring a jacket to your children's school or to another child's school, or even to the food bank, or to the SO or the Salvation Army downtown or something. Me and my wife, when we first met, we went to the Salvation Army to volunteer our time, and we helped by showing a Christmas movie to the homeless people. And it might not seem like a lot, but in those times of need and times of these times of year when people don't have anything, when people get the simple thing like getting to watch a movie, it was uplifting for both of us. And it was one of the first things me and my wife did together as boyfriend-girlfriend couple. So again, I'm standing outside right now, freezing on purpose, so that when I go back inside, I'll realize how grateful I am for my home and my heating and all the things that I have inside my home to keep me warm. So I want to spread the message that in these times when we're all getting together with our families and expecting gifts or whatever, I know that each one of us in this community don't expect things like that, because we're all good people. As you can see, I'm shaking because it's so cold. But it makes you just grateful for what you can do and help out with all around. And like I said, there's a clothing drive, the 3rd annual clothing drive for the Enagic group in Vancouver. And I was talking with a friend, Ho, and I messaged Balaj and I expressed my deep concern that I wish that I could make it to there. And like I said, I made a goal to possibly try my best actually to get out there for next year, just so I can set up chairs or whatever. It doesn't even matter about the giving part. It's the feeling good about helping out and giving to all the people around you that maybe don't have anything around these times of year. I've actually even got my car started so that I can look at my car and realize how warm it probably is inside of it and how grateful I am to have a car. A lot of people don't even have shoes. So I don't want my phone to shut off, so I'm going to eventually get into the car. But today's message is all about giving back and doing your part to finding some way to, like I said, either go to the food bank or to go to a shelter or something this year. And I'm sure that each one of us has a jacket or a pair of pants or something to give back and not... See, these are the times I feel super grateful. I've got a nice warm car here now. I turn on the heated seat and I realize how super grateful I am for those situations. I know sometimes we forget, we grow up and we just forget what it really is to give. And if we can each do our part, I know that, like I said, we've got this great community here. I know that each one of us is working towards a greater goal. And I know sometimes that it seems like we don't have as much as we'd like to give. But like I said, I'm sure that each one of us has a whole pair of socks. Like I know that I used to have a big drawer full of socks and I gave them away last year at Christmas time. And I know that each one of us probably has an old jacket or some sweaters or even blankets or something like that that we could take down to the local shelter and do our best in doing our part to give back. I know that sometimes we forget about the true meaning of Christmas and just coming together as family and spending that time together and not just expecting to see what's underneath the Christmas tree and come down Christmas morning. And you know what? Coming down Christmas morning to me is to just see the tree sitting there. Some people don't even have a tree to look at. Some people don't have snow. Like Cindy was saying, some of her friends down in the States are just in awe that we get snow, and Christmas time rolls around for them and they probably see all the commercials on TV about people playing in the snow and throwing snowballs and everything like that. And we take for granted sometimes that the simple things, like having snow on Christmas, is more than the best thing that you could ever have. And just that one thing alone, and then to think that you've got family on top of that, and then you got a Christmas tree on top of that, and maybe you have a Christmas wreath on your front door, or that you even have a door to put all that stuff on. Thanks for all the likes. So again, the biggest message I found this time of year is the whole giving part. I was at the library last night looking for a couple books, and they've got these little red rubber silicone rings, and it says on them, "Enough for all." And it's the message of spreading the literature around for everybody. And I think that the message goes a little bit further than that even, is that in reality we all do have enough for all. There's enough for every single one of us out there, and there's people walking around or curled up in sleeping bags downtown Calgary, and they don't have a place to go or have a family to spend Christmas with. And if we can take this time to reach out and to forget about whether or not that guy stinks or if he hasn't had a shower. Maybe that guy hasn't had a shower in weeks, and maybe that guy doesn't have a family that he's ever been able to spend it with in years. And even that little tiny thing could bring somebody out of their funk or their downward spiral or whatever. I know that a lot of people put themselves into a lot of bad situations, but in this time of year, who cares what their bad situation is? Because this time of year is all about giving and all about the good feelings that we can bring upon each other. I hope that each and every one of you has the merriest of Christmases or the happiest of holidays, whichever one you want to say. I don't believe that any of those have anything to do with religion. I think that if you can just give out more than you want to receive, then it's a better situation for everybody. I think that, like I said, I know that this community that I'm a part of, filled with such gracious and generous people, and everybody, one of you guys is grateful for your opportunities and your life situations. And now we're in a position that we can maybe give back. And if you can do that, even not even for me, if you can do that for you guys, I know that the feeling you'll receive will be that much greater. Hey Cindy, how's it going? Thanks for joining. Thanks for your support. Today's topic is all about giving back at this time of year. So awesome. Thanks, Darren. It means a lot, man. I seen your first go live there. It was totally awesome, man. You just killed it. I know for me, it was super nerve-wracking. I talked to my wife for probably a week beforehand, and I just said, I just feel so silly looking at the camera. Like, even now, I would still feel a little bit silly doing it around her. Oh, Brian is live now. Okay, well, I don't want to keep you guys because I hear a lot of people are going live right now, and my message is simple and to the point. Just give back as much as you can. A lot of people around us don't have anything, and I know that each one of us has a little bit more than we probably need. So if it's a can of soup or a warm jacket, that's all that counts. I love you guys tons. Much love to everybody. I hope each and every one of you has a great night, and I'll see you tomorrow.